All right, welcome back. So in this video, we are going to start, basically see what NPM is, right? And in the last one, like we'd finished Node, and I mean, not finished Node, of course. Node is the thing that we're studying from now on. But like we had finished why we use Node and what is Node, and like lastly, how we can actually use Node, which was like using the Node console or running your JavaScript files through Node, right? So now let's see npm. Let's see what npm is. So npm is not really a very different concept. It's actually a part of Node itself, and npm stands for Node Package Manager, right? Let's go to their official site, and they are giving like weird full forms of I don't know what I'd opened here. Yeah, and like GitHub repositories and that are all npms, right? But of course, these are not the full forms. The full form of this is Node Package Manager, right? So what actually is this? So if you remember from the why Node section, one of the reasons that I said was that it has excellent amount of packages, right? So first of all, what is actually a package, right? So a package is actually something that will like help you do something, right? So we've in the stack that we were discussing, we said Express, right? So Express is something you will download from npm. Why? Because it is a package, right? And we have loads and loads of packages. If you want to add user authentication like safely, you have a package. If you want to, let's say, add a rich text editor to your website, you have a package. If you want to do anything, you have a package, right? So there are millions of packages in Node, right? And npm is basically the one tool that will help you actually, exploit all of those, right? So npm will actually help you exploit all of those, with just this one tool. This is, I think, if you like see some, if you try to Google that why Node is the best, and you go to some websites, then you will find npm as one of the reasons, right? And that is because the amount of packages it offers, like you want anything on your website, right? You search on Google, you'll almost always find an npm package for it, right? So if we read what they're saying here, saying we are npm, the company behind Node Package Manager, the npm registry, and npm CLI. We offer those to the community for free, but our day job is building and selling useful tools, right? So first, this is free, of course, so really, really awesome. And selling useful tools for developers, right? So that's what basically it is. And yeah, so there are loads and loads of things in this. So open source is basically, if you don't know what open source is, then like basically there are things that anybody can contribute to. So, and open source are always free, right? And that's why an npm is actually free. And yeah, so anyway, not going into the exact details, npm is actually the thing that will help us install, uninstall, update, and do anything with our packages, right? And we'll need loads and loads of packages. Like the first thing we'll do in whenever we are starting is we'll initialize npm, and then we'll download Express, because Express is the framework that we'll be using, right. So if I go to this page right here and I refresh this, they're saying it's me some time since I've opened this. So yeah, we'll wait for this. So there are loads and loads of packages. Again, I'm repeating the same thing, but yeah, I'll cut this small portion in between. Oh right, I didn't have to. So great. Now we have this here. So if I type npm in here right now, npm comes pre-installed in this, right? So in this gurm ID, right? So we can do a lot of things with npm, right? And of course, you don't have to read all of this because I'll be showing you. That's what I'm here for, right? And right, the first thing that you'll do in any of your codes that you're starting, let's say, so I'll make a new folder here. Like intro to command line is now done. Now I'll make a new folder, intro to node, right? And in this intro to node, I'll make a new folder. Yeah, and one, I want to show you a new way of doing that. You can just type mkdir intro to node slash and then the name of your folder, right? So now if I go into intro to node and I do ls, I see my npm folder right here. Great. So that's working fine. Now, let's say I want to initialize some, I want to start building some app inside of this intro to node folder. So what I'll do is I'll simply type in it, right? And as soon as I do this, I get this, this small prompt here saying package name. So you can actually leave that right now and just press enter on everything. Entry point, you can type app.js. I'll tell you what this actually means once this is built, right? Just press yes on everything, right? So now our npm has been initialized, and this is the first step that you'll do in any application you're making, right? And what did this actually do? So I'll clear the console, and now if I type ls in this, I see I have two things. One, package.json, right? And if I open this, yeah, right. So I have this package.json, and you don't know what that is. You don't know what JSON is, but it doesn't matter anyway, right? Great. So now we have this package.json and our npm is initialized, right? And I'll explain the significance of this package.json later, yeah. All right. So then, like, if you want to actually install a package, what you can simply do is you can type npm, and I'll first tell you the longer version, which will help you remember this better. Install. Then you write your package name, right? So Express is a package. We'll dive deep into Express later, but I'm just showing you how you can install things using npm, right? And I did npm install Express, and for now you can write dash dash save. I'll tell you what that means when I introduce you to package.json, and then I just wait. Now this will take some time, but this will finish soon. Right. So now our Express has been installed in our node, and this is the only thing that you'll ever have to do to install Express, right? Now you see how easy this was, right? This was just one statement, and now if you want to install some other package, I'll say EJS. Of course, you don't know what that is. Then you can simply type this line again, and a smaller version to write this is npm I EJS dash s, right? Basically, I is short for install and dash s is short for dash dash save, right? And this will install another package for me. So, the point here was not installing Express and EJS, right? The point of this video was not that. The point of this video is basically that I have now installed two packages by just giving two commands inside my terminal. And let's say I wanted to uninstall something, I could just simply type npm and my packages are installed, right? Remove 15 packages and audited blah blah blah. Ignore that, right? So my package was deleted, right? So I can install it in one line, I can remove it in one line, and I can the most, if you ever download using npm, then the most recent version is downloaded, right? So yeah, so basically this is what npm is, and this is what this will help us do. Like, this is the application that we'll be seeing for it throughout the course. And you know we'll be building a lot of things. So, like, we will do npm a lot of, and whenever you're starting a new app, the first thing you do is npm init. Init is basically short for initialize, right? So you initialize the npm, and then you will be downloading packages all the time. If you go into some good app, it will have at least like 10 to 15 packages at least, like, and I'm not talking about really complex apps here, right? So one app, and that's the amount of packages you have, and you could have a lot more depending on what the app is, even if it's the same complexity, right? But that's the kind of the minimum that you will have. So you can see that npm is used a lot of times, but the best thing about this is that it is not complex, and you don't need to remember anything in npm except npm install, uninstall, blah blah blah, right? And like, if you ever need to do something with it, which I haven't needed to do until now, then you can just simply Google and you will get the easy solution to that, right? Great. So this was npm, and this is something that we will be using a lot in our code. And I'll remove this npm directory here. I don't actually need that. I was just making. Right. So I have this package log.json, I have this package.json, right? And of course, these were added by installing packages, and you do not know what these are. But anyway, we'll see what these are in some time, right? All right. So this was all about npm that you needed to know, and this is all for this video too. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.